Let me talk to you tonight. My title tonight is It's All Out War and It's All Out Victory and Blessings. Why? Fight the good fight of faith. Listen to me, Spac Nation. You haven't entered a period of clash yet. And I'm telling you now, 10,000 people can clash with you. There's nothing that would happen. Everyone that clashes with you will be grinded. I'm telling you now, nothing. There's nothing anybody can do. As big as BBC is, if they decide to turn on us tomorrow to do a negative documentary, there's nothing that would happen. Nothing. The way to win war, and that's why I said it is all out war. It is all out war where it matters. Response on Twitter is not fighting war. It's okay. It's fine. But that's not fighting war, because you're talking of a war that cannot do anything. 10 million people on Twitter cannot do anything. 10 billion documentaries cannot do anything. If you have a life without challenges, it is comedy. There's nothing real about that. So I think I need to teach you a bit more on the act of war, on the heart of war. A life that is just, everything is just smooth. It's a comedy life. It's not real. It's not true. You need to take off the head of Goliath in order to move to the next stage. I've been warning you all, stop reading dogs' Twitter. Oh, what's he saying? You'll soon become an idiot. Fighting low lives, drill music side, It's not what you're called to. This is the training for war. This training, what it does is it makes you develop thick skin. You don't look at what people are saying or and then it helps us now. It helps us to filter out those who have doubtful mind. Are you listening to me? Those who have doubtful mind in our midst. There is no one single, listen to me very well, there's not one single major giver, consistent major giver that is leaving this house. Go and check those that are. They are the liabilities. And God says, how long do you want to hang on that for? For what? Not one. You get to the enemy's territory, they first fire at you, their machine gun. Then you look back. Now the Lord has given us exactly what to do. So let me be plain with you tonight. There's nobody in the world that can tell me nothing against money. There's no doctor, no preacher, nobody in the entire world. Nobody can tell me anything about money. Are the ones who know and understand and then do the sacrifice of all. So you can't tell me nothing about money. You can't tell me money is not important. It gives us the unrighteous mammon to test if we can enter the righteous one. If he's blessed you with money, as he will bless you with wealth, listen to me very carefully. I repeat this without any holding words back. Money is vital. What did the Bible say about money? It said it answereth all things. Money answers all things. Money answers all things. Please, is there food without money? You're going to be filled without money? Everybody wants to find out, what really do you do? What do you really do? You can have a Rolls Royce without buying one. It's not rocket science. You can have things without having to buy. Now, that's a place where you've entered true riches. But how did you enter the true riches? The unrighteous mammon. So when I hold unrighteous mammon in my hand, I was sowing it into people in a way that most pastors that you've seen or people will never do. Never, ever. And God will come to a place where he will realize that this guy can undo true riches. Let me tell you why there is nothing that can happen to Spac Nation. Everyone that you with your eyes you will see their judgment. I don't think you understand when I tell you these things, but listen to me. The number of people praying for you, and they're not praying because they love you, or yes, they love you, praying for you because of the joy and the joy and the peace and the wealth you've brought to their lives. The only people that won't congratulate me in social media. And we should tell them, have a sporting spirit. You can congratulate and come back another day for another fight, They'll say, this guy is really good, but I don't care about social media. I don't even, I don't read those things though. And I hate those who read it to me. I hate it. Are you listening to me?
I didn't read it to you.
We were trying to read it across me. I hate those things, man.
So you hate me? Wow.
No, the action.
Okay.
And tell me what an idiot is saying on social media. How? I looked at someone the other day. I said, you really want to criticize me? I'm 38. I've understood about money 2-3 years after coming to this country. I've understood how to raise 100K. 2-3 years after coming. Let's say 3-4 max. I've understood that when all those that we met here are struggling and saying there's no way out. I'm 38. I've not bought a house. I've not built nothing for myself. Why? Because way before now, even from the onset of ministry, I know that I cannot run further than the people that I believe in around me. So you look at such a man and say, oh, all these pastors have money. Really? Really? But it's okay for your drug dealer to have money, right? The devil is a liar. May the generation of the unrighteous perish under the heavens. The devil is a liar. The spirit that wants to impoverish your generation. You say, oh, 40,000 people have watched that video of you. So what? Who are they? Have you not realized that a large number of people does not equal to one? Everybody's got to be pronouncing Spac Nation. And people must wake up to a hymn and be rolling on their bed in anger because Spac Nation exists. I'm passionately teaching about giving. Why? Because we want to declare something in the heavenlies. A statement, a close of the year statement. Everybody. I expect, again, I've been saying this for ages, all the 70 leaders looking for the weakest link in the church within the ministry and say, I think you may not be able to raise this is how we're going to do, this is how we're going to strategize. Now, what are we doing? We're walking. I want to preach like I preached in 2005. Those days, there was nothing like what would Twitter think, what would BBC think, what da-da-da. It's just raw, boom word. Revival. How many people were you preaching it to? 5 people. There was a day, Thursday service was me, Pastor Lola, that's my brother's wife, and Reverend Dapo, my brother, in the congregation. And I was preaching. 2 of them sitting in congregation. Don't forget, I was sleeping on their couch. You don't need to respond to anyone saying about pastor driving this. Just to say, may the Lord punish you. That's not a response. I told you and your servants, people have always peddled rumors about me because they just can't figure out who is this guy. Peddle rumors and people leaving. I said, me. If you give me, I already have 700 solid, and that's a lot. If you give me I destroyed you with just 100, Destroyed your whole system. Took charge from Scotland Yard to blah, 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 blah yard. With just 100. With just 100. And I asked the devil, what haven't I told you before? What have I told you that didn't happen? One day the devil was trying to sow the seed of doubt in me about something, and I said to him years ago, I said to him, you know what, Satan? Actually, the Bible says that doubt is not good. Now, you've tried. I'm now doubtful. And honestly, doubt entered my heart. I said, but the only thing is, I'm just going to do it anyway. I doubt, but I'm going to do it. Then what? They've just released a documentary. 1 billion people are talking about Spac. 1 billion people whose parents don't mean anything, who don't mean anything. What are you talking about? When we're far away, when we're thousands and thousands away from our target, I've learned how to be content. I've learned how to say, thank you, Lord. take you by the chin and say, yeah, we're going to do this work all the same. So I'm not scared. But I'm just thinking maybe we can eat it right this time and just overcome and make a statement. I never heard. I told you, loops, the one everybody is shouting now. May poverty belong to your enemy. May they walk in it. May they roll in it. May the Lord bless them with poverty. I never knew in my life that anything exists called lubes, Christian Louboutin. I only knew about Christian Louboutin maybe 2 years ago or less. Where did I know it? I saw Minister Joanna, who is now Pastor Joanna, carrying a brown bag. I said, what is this? They said, it's a shop. I said, what shop is this? The bag looks good. Never. Now, before I even knew, I've made 100K before. I'm not giving you my resume. If you like, give. If you like, don't. I'm telling you that there's nobody, no preacher can come to Spac and teach us about money. Because we give the sacrifice of all. I had 100K in my bag. I went to look for a watch of 600 pounds. What is Rolex? Why did you do that? Because I know I had to sow. I knew where I was coming from. And I knew that if I don't, I'm gonna die there. That 100K is gonna be the last I will have. The last place. Now, what was I saying now? So it's giving me that little room. Then a challenge came up in church. We had to sow. I had to give. I looked at the television on the wall. I bought that television then. Those days television was good or whatever it was. I bought it for like 1K or so. That's the first time I heard about credit buying. I went in there and the guy said, do you want to buy it by cash or buy it by da-da-da? So I said, which other way? I've never heard that you can pay instrumentally in my life. So I'm thinking, what's this guy talking about? And I brought the money out. The guy said, oh, wow, 1K or something. But this time of sewing came, my mom was around. I yanked the television off the wall. I was going to sell it for 50 pounds if I have to. My mom was crying. Have things gone this bad? I said, it's worse than this. Watch me. It's worse than this. Don't worry. I'm not going to go to sentiment of mother's art for television. Let me tell you, that I would still have been using that TV. I remember moving into a house some years ago, and the guy, I went to buy television again, and the guy was asking me, he said, oh, you're moving into a house, is this the main television? I said, no, this is the number 7 I'm buying today. Number 7 that I'm buying today. Why? That television was the seed for those 7. I said, it's the number 7. What's television now? I would have still been using that one. I would have eaten my seed responding to emotional people around me. Go and watch YouTube. A woman, a broke person, a person trying to figure out life is sitting there talking against seed. A guy just coming from club is abusing pastors about seed and offering. One guy once said, oh, in Ghana, if all the church collection, if the churches just use it to fix the road. Now, when you hear such things, you will know people are mentally deranged. Now, the government is no longer going to be the one to fix the road. It is the church. The church is now the one responsible for your economy. The church is the one responsible for fixing the road, putting street light. Have we gone crazy finally? Said, no, that's not the work of the church. Go ye into all the world, heal the sick, deliver the oppressed. Now, imagine listening to that kind of a person and deciding your financial future. A person that is drowning. A person sits in Spac Nation for 4 years unrecognized. That's the person some other people there would, and there's no church that recognizes people like Spac Nation. So if you've been unrecognized, you must be the lowest of the lowest. God must have rejected you. Listen to me now. Look at this. I'm talking about seed. I don't have revelation to give you on seed anymore. What I know is This month we will go beyond the £1 million giving. Don't let anybody scare you with emotional tantrums. Giving is giving. And let me tell you why I'm confident about giving. If you are not called to it, you're not called to it. Thank you. Pastor Dami said, he said you are the revelation on seed. And how do you know? I wanted to say some things today. Now, please, and I don't think I've achieved the Lord. But I'm 38, as you all know. Hopefully I am. Look at my life from 2005. I said to someone today, let me even annoy Christians more. I've always known her as a Muslim, that she was in my house. She's my friend's sister, and she's a Muslim. I said, listen, you're coming to church tomorrow. When they make altar call, go to the altar and confess Jesus. Simple. I don't have time. What? You're gonna start talking about the resurrection of Jesus when he died for 3 days, then he resurrected, then they hung him on the cross and he shouted, my father, then that means he died for our sin. Listen, I don't have time. Simple story. You knew me in secondary school, right? Yeah. You know your brother, where is he now? Yeah. Okay, do you see my life now? Yeah. Okay, so cool. Tomorrow you come to church, you drag yourself and your children to the altar and you pray. You surrender to Christ. Simple. End of story. I'm not going to tell you about the resurrection on the third day. Christians are still there wasting their time everywhere talking about how deep they know. No, that's my evangelism. So when Pastor Dami said you are the revelation of the seed, I'm saying, look at me. 2005, kitchen potting, washing plate. Now, maybe washing plate, because I've said it on social media before, and someone say, oh, don't insult plate washers. Maybe in this country, from where we're coming from, especially for a person that has read law, I wash plates so that I can have seed to sow. How do you creep from there into number 10? How do you creep from there that when special advisors to prime minister see you, they say, oh, pastor, you say, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. How do you creep from there to there, please? I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't go to school in this country. I'm not a part of an elite family in this country apart from elite in Slayton. I didn't do none of those things. I knew nobody here. I don't have influential uncle, cousin, brothers, none.